Welcome to The Newsworthy. All the day's news in less than 10 minutes. Fast, fair, fun, and on the go. Thank you so much for listening. Today, a report critical of the FBI. The Trump Foundation faces a lawsuit and a sweet comeback story. Plus, Chicago's plan for tunnels and the movie setting pre-sales records. All that and much, much more in less than 10 minutes. I'm Erica Mandy. Today is Friday, June 15th. You ready? Let's do this. Well, the report is out, and it's about the FBI's investigation into Hillary Clinton's private emails a couple of years back. Remember that issue before the election? Clinton used a personal email server for political work. Well, the report says the FBI's director at the time, James Comey, was insubordinate and made some errors, and that he and others did not follow standard procedures with everything they did. And it said he even used his personal email for government business. But at the same time, the report says it was not necessarily political bias or anything improper that ultimately led to the investigation's outcome, that Clinton would not be charged. We're talking about the Inspector General's report here, basically the internal watchdog that holds the federal government accountable. James Comey, who, by the way, President Trump fired, wrote an op-ed for the New York Times saying he doesn't agree with all the things in the report, but still respects the Inspector General's office. The state of New York is suing President Trump's foundation with serious claims. The Washington Post reports the lawsuit says Trump illegally used the nonprofit's money, that the foundation's money was used to pay legal claims against Trump's businesses, to decorate his golf clubs, and to help support his 2016 campaign. The New York Attorney General wants to see, 1, the charity gone altogether, and 2, Trump should have to pay a few $1 million in penalties. President Trump said a big not true and says it's just an attempt by Democrats to damage him. His spokesman called it politics at its worst. There is a lot of controversy about the Trump administration's zero-tolerance policy on immigration right now, specifically about families being separated at the border. The Trump administration has decided to prosecute asylum seekers who illegally cross the U.S. Mexico border as a criminal case rather than just a civil issue that's less severe. And because there's a law that children can't be detained with their parents, reports say the families are being separated instead. Critics are calling it immoral. Even some faith leaders say it may be causing harm and trauma to the kids. But the White House is holding firm, calling it biblical to enforce the law. U.S. Attorney General Jeff Sessions says the policy is meant to be a deterrent to stop people from trying to cross the border in the first place. He is back in the game. The lawmaker who was shot a year ago during practice for a charity baseball game involving members of Congress was back on the field, playing for that same annual event. Time reports House Majority Whip Steve Scalise even got the first out in the game and a standing ovation. All right, some other things to know today. There seems to be a Salmonella outbreak happening linked to pre-cut melon. It's now been linked to 9 states, and the CDC and FDA are looking into it. CBS News reports the melon products come from a facility in Indianapolis before they're then sent to several large chain grocery stores. More than 60 people have gotten sick at this point. Elon Musk is teaming up with the city of Chicago in the hopes of making it faster for travelers to go from O'Hare Airport to the middle of the city. The plan? High-speed rail and tunnels. The Boring Company won the bid for the new form of transportation. TechCrunch reports the proposal includes a 16-passenger self-driving vehicle that can take passengers up to 100 miles per hour. So about 12 minutes between the airport and downtown. Some are skeptical about this. Musk is trying to do the tunnel thing in other cities too, like Los Angeles and D.C., but he hasn't actually completed one yet. A new study says more animals are becoming nocturnal so they can avoid us. Even animals that usually don't sleep during the day are now sleeping more during the day so they can be up moving around when we, the humans, are not around. The lead author of the study says this could have some consequences since it will affect things like hunting habits. On the flip side, the animals who are okay with humans may be using us for their benefit to avoid their predators who don't want to come close. Will you be seeing a movie this weekend? The movie ticket site Fandango says Incredibles 2 sold more tickets in pre-sales than any other animated movie. It beat out the last record holder for the site, Finding Dory. Disney Pixar's Incredibles 2 opens in theaters today. It's expected to bring in big bucks this weekend, between $125 million and $140 million. Variety reports the movie picks up right where the original film left off. And that's it. You are all caught up. Before you go, I want to try something new. I want to test out a new listener call-in line. So if you get value out of the newsworthy, leave me a message and let me know. Call 812-785-NEWS. That's 812-785-NEWS and leave a little testimonial. I may play it right here on the air. Tell me what you love about the newsworthy or ask a question about a news topic and it may become a 3-Question Thursday interview segment. Again, the number is 812-785-NEWS. Thanks so much again for being here and listening. You can always read more about any of the news stories that caught your attention today at thenewsworthy.com. Just click episodes and find today's date. The Newsworthy is ready for you every day, Monday through Friday by 4 in the morning Eastern Time. So we'll be back with more news on Monday. Have a great weekend.